Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with another Medal of Honor gameplay commentary for you guys, and today I'm playing Sector Control on Kabul City Ruins using the Rifleman class with the AK-47 Veteran equipped with a red dot sight and open tip ammunition as my attachments. And this gameplay is pretty standard. I get a good score, and I play the objective quite a bit. I actually get the same score that JamieEHILLS got in one of his recent videos, so that's kind of weird. We're also playing the same mode, but on different maps. And I think we're even using the same weapon, so I guess we're brothers from another mother, if you're familiar with that phrase. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about the gameplay. What I want to talk about is some of the changes that DICE has in store for this game in the near future. They just released a changelog for the PC version of this game, and a lot of the changes I agree with, some of them I disagree with, but they're coming nonetheless, and I thought I'd inform you as to some of the changes and what they're going to do in terms of how they'll affect gameplay and stuff. So, PC patch number 2. There was one other patch that came before, but it fixed mostly PC exclusive features like the server browser. It was mostly focused around the server browser and crashes, which resulted from the server browser. The second patch has to do with weapon balancing, and there are a number of changes, and I'm just going to retell them in the order in which I read them. So you're going to be less accurate while jumping, and I'm kind of down about that just because I always enjoyed jumping over stuff and taking out my opponents as I surprised them. But they're decreasing accuracy while jumping, and you can hold your breath while moving as a sniper. And that was something that I found very annoying. If you would zoom in with a bolt-action sniper rifle and attempt to hold your breath, but then you tried to move, it would cancel your breath holding, and it was kind of glitchy trying to get it to hold your breath again. So I'm glad they changed that. You'll be able to hold your breath while moving now, and I think that's a change for the better. Sector Control and Team Assault are going to have higher score goals for longer matches. So because they're going to require more points in order to win, the matches will last longer. I think that's a good thing, although I do like having the option to play a really short match, but I guess that's what Objective Raid is for. And then they're decreasing hipfire accuracy. I'm not happy about that one because it's really going to mess with my play style. I'm definitely a run and gunner, and I like being able to engage in hip firing because it's just lots of fun getting double sprays from the hip. But I guess a lot of people have been calling for more realism, although I've said before, and I'll say it again, I don't think that realism is really the aim of video games. I think games should be, fun, first and foremost. And I find hip firing to be a lot of fun, and it reminds me of old school shooters like Unreal Tournament and Quake and games like that. And those are a dying breed, and I thought this was going to kind of be the revival of that subgenre, but seems like it's not in the cards, and I'm kind of upset. And something else they're doing is they're cutting in half the support action point rewards. And I think what that means is that defensive support actions are no longer going to give you such an incredible payout. They used to give you so many points. Even the UAV will give you 30 points, which is quite a bit. That's the equivalent of 3 kills. So they're cutting those in half, which means it's going to be very, very difficult to get a cruise missile now, and I think that's a bad thing. I think it's going to encourage people to camp even more than they do now. But, I mean, maybe they're just balancing it against the offensive support actions. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get more people to use the offensive support actions. Although, I don't know why they would do that because, I don't know. I think the defensive support actions are good because they encourage people to be a team player, but that's another change. They're also increasing the invincible spawn period, and I think that's a great change. I think that's going to prevent so many deaths that people are experiencing due to spawning and immediately being killed by a mortar strike or immediately being killed by a sniper. I think that's a great change. I think that's going to help the spawn camping and spawn trapping problem that this game has. So I'm happy about that one. And they're increasing recoil and spread for just about every sniper rifle and automatic weapon in the game. And they're also going to be decreasing the damage from assault rifles and sniper rifles. And I'm very happy about the sniper rifle nerf. They're taking bolt-action sniper rifles from a one-shot kill to any part of the body to a two-shot kill to any part of the body, and then obviously a headshot's going to be a one-shot kill. And I think that's a great change. I think that's going to frustrate a lot of the people who have gotten used to camping all game and sniping, and that's great. Get rid of those people. Hopefully they'll get so frustrated they'll go to Call of Duty, they'll go back to Black Ops or something like that, because they are not welcome in this game, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people completely gave up on this game because of the sniping situation. And right here, I want to talk about this a little bit. I am being a little bit campy, and that's just because I was getting close to those higher end support actions, so I didn't want to blow it, but I ended up blowing it anyway, so kind of a downer, but hopefully you guys are still enjoying the gameplay. And then the last change that they've announced is shots to limbs, so legs and arms obviously, are now going to be doing 20% less damage than shots to the torso. And I think that's a great change as well. It's going to encourage people to be more accurate, especially with their sniper shots. And overall, I think the changes they're making, I probably agree with 50% of them and disagree with about 50% of them, but the things I disagree with them on are much more minor than the things I agree with them on. So I'm very happy about the sniper rifle nerf. I'm very happy about the increased invincible spawn period. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It is a PC only patch, but hopefully they'll be bringing these changes to the console versions in the near future. I haven't tried out the patch yet, so I don't know how it'll affect my gameplay style. I have a feeling that getting the cruise missile is going to become a truly rare event now. It used to be that, yes, it was rare, but it was doable. Now I think it's going to be very, very difficult. So for those of you who are on the consoles, I recommend trying to get the your one and only cruise missile now, because it's probably not going to be that easy to get in the near future. So anyway, that's just about it for this video. I hope this was informative for you guys, and hopefully learning some of the changes that DICE is going to make will bring some of you who have dropped this game altogether back into the fray. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. I also have a video up on Pixel Enemy where I go 34-3 and I give tips to new players in Medal of Honor how to do well. I went 24-5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.